Dear friends, it is very exciting to record our first Torah portion message for this year, 5,785. It's been a very exciting holiday period, and now we begin the new cycle of the Torah. Bereshit we read right away during and right after Simchas Torah, but now we're in the portion of Noach. Now Noach is the story of the flood, and everyone was destroyed except Noach and his family, who was saved by God because he was righteous. But we find something very interesting, that the Torah tells us that Noach was a tzaddik, tamim haya b'darasav. He was complete in his generation. Some extra words that are not necessary, because if he was a righteous man, that's enough. What do we have to talk about his generation? And from here, we are told that there's actually a discussion amongst the rabbis and the sages whether Noach was really a tzaddik for all times, meaning in every generation he will be looked upon to say he's an incredible person, or only in his generation, which was such a corrupt generation that even if you were a little bit good, you already looked so great, and therefore he was a great man, but just compared to his generation. Now the Torah is very respectful of everyone, even when it describes sometimes things that are forbidden, unkosher animals. It uses very clean words. You know, Hebrew Lashon Kodesh doesn't have any words for derogatory things. It always uses euphemisms. So why would the Torah, immediately beginning of the book, start already criticizing a person, telling us who Noach was, and there were people who were critical of him? We don't find that by anyone else. And I believe that the Torah is telling us a very important message, because most of us want to be accepted by everyone. We want to be able to go into any crowd amongst any people and just be friends with everyone. We want to get along with everyone. We want to be agreeable to everyone. And therefore many people are scared to display, share, or sometimes even live by their convictions of what's right and wrong, what's good and bad. Now, I'm not advocating that everyone should start talking to their friends and try to convince them that their way is the only way, and if they don't agree, then you are of no value. Or like what was said in politics yesterday, garbage. No, obviously not. But yet, what we're talking about now is that though you may have different opinions, you can let it be known that you stand for something, that you have red lines in life, that you have values, that you believe in something is correct. And even though someone has a different opinion, you respect them. But it's important for them and you to know what your opinion is and the way you feel about things. Obviously sharing them respectfully, etc. And this is what the Torah is trying to tell us. Noach lived in a world where he stood out, he was different. And yet, even though Noach was different than everyone, he didn't hide it. He let it be known clearly that this is what he believed. He believed in God while everyone thought there is no God. He listened to God and built an ark, even though everyone thought, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. So Noach didn't care if everyone didn't like him, because he wasn't living life to make sure everyone likes him. He was living life to make sure he lives to his fullest potential and the way God wants us to live. Now, even though people criticized him, it doesn't mean they didn't like him. They criticized him because he stood for something. But it doesn't mean he was not likable. And that's what it's so important for us to know. Live by your convictions. It's all right if you're different and you behave differently, you have different values than those around you, because you can still respect them and even like them and even love them according to what the Torah tells us. But never hold back and never be shy to share what's your convictions and let it be seen on your sleeve and on your head and in your arms and every part of who you are. And that's what the Torah tells us right away. Noach was a person who did something, and therefore there were people who didn't like him, or people who didn't agree with him and criticized him. But yet Noach is the one who recreated a new world when everyone else was destroyed. So be part of that group of people like Noach, that you stand up, you stand tall, you have your convictions, and you don't look to be the most popular. You look to live life true to who you are. And at the end of 120 years, you can look back and say, I did the best for who I am. May God bless you all. We love you. Shabbat Shalom. Candlelighting time, Montreal, 5:22 p.m. And don't forget this Saturday night, we turn the clock back 1 hour. Thank you.